They come out here in the eye. They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 4th touchdown on the year as the Bears push further out in front. And there you go. Nothing really.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call.
Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
He's checking crack.
To throw again. Smith throwing the out route incomplete. That's Thompson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Ready. Chopper.
On 1st and 10, Smith. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. To Thompson on the draw. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. A shotgun snap for Smith. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. On 2nd and a yard, Trubisky. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. Look at the spin.
Balance.
A big play there just before halftime. 53 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. And the Redskins scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys... will get the football back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
60 or.
So we are at halftime here, and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
A reminder that we kick off Week 4 on Thursday night. A good one in Lambeau. Eagles and Packers, two teams with eyes on the playoffs this year in the NFC. Coverage starting at 8:20 Eastern. And hard to believe it, we also have a couple of teams coming up on a bye week already in Week 4. The Jets and the Niners. And opening there on that first down run as he gets us forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. From the 29, Trubisky over the middle. He gets it to Patterson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
And that's where this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Had to pass there. 3rd and long on your own side. The field just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
So they wound up passing on a long field goal try, but that works out for them really well. That one's downed inside the 5-yard line.
And it's risky because your punter, if he puts it in the end zone, the net result not worth it, but there, I think worth it. So here's the Redskins offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. And this has not been their best half so far. They're down double digits already and now forced to operate from inside their own 5.
And what they have to do now is not curse their fate as much as focus on the task at hand. Inside their own 5-yard line, they've got to be careful of taking care of the football and not turning it over for the defense to score additional points.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. Out to the left here to Reed. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
And that's one of the reasons we like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Smith. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On the return is Cohen. "21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense led by Mitch Trubisky heading back out there. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't. Not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Cohen. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. Finding Gabriel, complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I like the call on 3rd and 2. They were geared up to stop the run. I like the fact they just hit them quick. A little slant route. All about timing there, partner.
Yeah, the timing, everything well executed. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Oh, Cohen lost the football, and the Redskins scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. Following the fumble recovery, Smith. Josh Doxson's got it complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Shotgun handoff to Thompson. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now Smith. And that is incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, but now it's 3rd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
That'll be caught right side by Reed. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Looking to hit Matthews, but it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
This is Cohen. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Here's Trubisky to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Patterson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
That is caught inside the 5. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Cordero Patterson, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Bears push further out in front. They were... Still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Alex Smith and the offense heading out for their next possession. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Well, absolutely. It won't end in a victory, like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get them about 5 yards. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Blue draw quarter. Single. Hey, watch the line. Watch. Ready?
Out of the gun, Smith. Over the middle, complete. That's Thompson. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They snap it to Smith. It's brought in by Jackson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now Smith throwing again. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Now Washington going to use the second. Of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The Redskins on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and a mile. From the gun, here's Smith. He's going to let it fly. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Paul Richardson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Redskins able to cut into that deficit. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it was polished off by a Redskin touchdown. So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Cordero Patterson. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. As the Bears push further out in front.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah. That's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Alex Smith and company heading back out there now. And those numbers, they kind of tell the story of his game so far. Started off not so hot. Now he's really heated up.
And remember, he signed up for duty as the guy who leads the team, right? The field general, the signal caller. So when things go rocky early, he can't just exit out and ask someone else to pick things up. He's got to do it himself. And that's what he's done here in this game.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. To throw again on second down. Smith. It's hauled in by Doxson. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
Ready. 60 yards. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
On first down, it's Smith. Throw left side complete. It's Thompson. Call it a gain of 5, and it's a second down. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Bears, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen.